Today's topic is Alabama lost to Vanderbilt, and we trying to figure out what happened. You beat Georgia one week, lose to Vanderbilt the next, and almost just as much as Alabama fans loved Kalen DeBoer last week, they ready to get him fired this week. And I don't agree with that. I honestly don't agree with it. You shouldn't be that volatile. You shouldn't be that, you shouldn't be that you just shouldn't be that volatile when it comes to these games, man, because with the transfer portal and NIL and all these teams and flipping rosters left and right over and over again. So it's some teams that weren't very good last year that are very competitive this year. Georgia and Alabama had a battle last week. I figured one or both of these teams would have probably lost this week. Luckily, my Georgia Bulldogs pulled it out this week, and Alabama lost. But we not calling for Kalen DeBoer's head today. We do believe that Kalen DeBoer is a good coach, a good head coach. I think he's a good fit. They stumbled versus Vanderbilt, but we'll see what they do going forward. Let's check out this video.
All right, we're joined by head coach Kalen DeBoer. We'll have Coach begin with an opening statement, and we'll go ahead and take a few questions. Coach, when you're ready.
Yeah, you bet. Obviously, extremely disappointed, frustrated. I mean, you name what it is. That's what everyone is in the locker room right now. And you prepare, and you prepare, and it's positive energy all week long. I really do think our guys prepared hard. There's some things that we're going to look back on tomorrow and be really frustrated about. Like talking what ifs, and that's going to be the situation we're going to be dealing with tomorrow. But the guys in the locker room just talked about there is only one option. It's to move forward, to get back to work. I feel we got a great football team. We weren't at our best today, and we're going to find out really how much we care about each other and what it looks like moving forward. So, we've been tested in different ways, really.
And I'm gonna say this: as I watched the game, it didn't seem like Alabama was really taking Vanderbilt seriously, and it cost them in the end. Like, oh, we beat Georgia, we the #1 team. We gonna beat Vanderbilt. No matter how ugly it look, we gonna beat Vanderbilt. And as the game went on, it's like, are y'all sure y'all gonna beat this team? Cause these boys trying to beat y'all. These boys trying to beat y'all for real. And they did. They tore up the goalpost. They tore everything up. And they deserved to. So I didn't think Jalen Milroe took this team very seriously. I don't think most of the team took this team very seriously. And it cost them. It shows you, no matter how good you are, you better bring your hat and your lunch pail every day. You better go to work.
A lot of the games here this season, and this is a different type of test for us now in our response.
Thanks, Coach. Nick, why don't you go and start?
Yeah, third downs, I think they were 12 for 18. What do you think led to you guys having issues against getting off the field defensively?
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback did a nice job creating, and we got to continue. We got to do a better job of just being disciplined, do our job, and he keeps things alive with his feet. Whether it was third down or just other downs, whether they converted some third and longs. I think those are the frustrating ones, and so just great execution on their part. Obviously, we expect to do good on third down too, because we've done great things on third down. It's been more fourth down, so guys certainly are frustrated about that. And we will look at it and understand that they attacked us in a few different ways. But, tip the hat to them. I mean, made the throws, made the catches they needed to, and got themselves in some manageable third downs early in the game. I think it was 6 for 7 or so right away. And so, they just continued to wear on us, stayed on the football field. I see the time of possession, and that, just continues to wear on your defense when you're out there that long.
So this is my thing. From the opening snap, from the opening drive, like Vanderbilt had one thing on their mind, that was to pound the football. And boy, did they pound that football. They were pounding that rock, bro. And they was pounding inside, bro. Hard and inside. Pause. They was pounding inside. When you look at the time of possession, I think Vanderbilt had the ball for like 40 minutes, 40, 43, something like that. Like, dang, Alabama, y'all can't get off the field. Which is it's a tale of two coins, or two halves of a coin. Like, on one hand, you can say, hey, man, Alabama put up nearly 40 points in only 15 minutes of offense. But on the other hand, you're like, hey, why the hell Alabama can't get off the field versus Vanderbilt? Nothing against Vanderbilt, but they not Georgia, they not Texas, they not Ohio State. These are teams you shouldn't struggle against teams like this, but that's why we play the game. That's why we lace them up, and that's why we show up every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Yeah, football every like two days now with high school, college, and the NFL.
Katie?
After you scored to cut it to 5, how much consideration was given into doing an onside kick, or kind of what was the process there?
Yeah, no, a lot of consideration. Just understand this. Everything with the timeouts and the 2-minute warning and all that. It just really felt we were going to be in a good spot. Even if they got one first down, depending on when that was, we would still be able to have a good amount of time to move down the field. I don't think it was a matter of us being able to find guys and execute and get the ball down, and score offensively. So it was just a matter of getting the ball back. So obviously, when it doesn't go the way you want, you always look back and second guess. Maybe wish you tried to onside kick it, but I felt good about the decision at the time, and honestly, I still do right now.
Chase?
Near the end of the first quarter, Vanderbilt punts. You guys have the substitution penalty with a couple of number 2s on the field. They get a first down and end up scoring a touchdown. How damaging was that sequence?
Yeah, it's a team. We win as a team, we lose a team. That's all of us, and we have communication and ways of making sure we're all on the same page. And just what we called requiring certain guys to be on the field didn't get circulated around to everyone. I mean, we're well aware of that situation, and just got to do a better job. Like I said, we win as a team and we lose a team, and those are the things that really hurt you, because I think they kept the drive alive and then ended up scoring a touchdown, and it was just that hump that we couldn't quite get over through a lot of the game, and that was an early one.
Left side, Mike.
It was a lot of humps y'all couldn't get over on defense. I mean, because when I look at the stat line, I'm like, man, the quarterback didn't really kill you like that. He went 16 for, 20, like 80%, 250 for 2 TDs, no interceptions. Y'all didn't sack him at all. You didn't get a whole lot of pressure there, which is a concern. That should be a concern. Yeah, Alabama, you got a premier roster chock full of pass rushers and linebackers and defensive tackles and offensive linemen. And you can't get any pressure, can't get any sacks, barely getting tackles for loss. So that is an area of concern. I don't know if they had some injuries. They sat some guys this week because they said, it's Vanderbilt. We don't need to play our 4 guys because it's Vanderbilt. But, yeah, you gambled and you motherfucking lost.
Malachi was pretty heated at the end of the game there. Just what was his message in the locker room? What was his demeanor in the locker room?
Yeah, he was much better when he got in the locker room. The guy pours everything into what he does, doesn't make it okay, and we want to, be first class in everything we do. And, there's a lot of guys that are really frustrated. So, I think the key is that, we turn that frustration into, positives moving forward and make sure we remember what we feel here tonight. And remember that tomorrow when we show up, and Tuesday and Wednesday, all season long. And so Malachi, I'm 100% confident he will do that. He's, the frustration out there, again, comes from the work that he puts in, the belief he puts in. There's not a guy that, there's a couple guys that were critical from day one when I got here that put their foot down and believed in this place. And he's certainly one of them. And we are going to continue to believe in him. And, he leaves it out on the football field, not just in every game, but every day when we're working out and practicing. He's very vocal. And we need him to continue to be that way.
Front right, Tony.
See, Kalen DeBoer said a lot just then. And when I saw the Malachi situation unfolding live, I was like, this dude saw something at practice, and he knew that this was going to be a problem this week. He saw people not taking their reps, not being, active in their reps, not giving their full 100% participation. They probably weren't watching as much film. I think, to me, that was like a boiling point, a tipping point for Malachi when they actually ended up losing this game. And he knows that it was people in this locker room that did not put the work in to win this game. And even Kalen DeBoer just kind of highlighted it just then. He said, because of the work you put in every day, not just at the game, but at practice. Also alluding to the fact that there are other players that probably didn't, well, that probably wasn't putting that work in. So he said a lot, even though he didn't say a whole lot just then. He said enough where I can like, yeah, bro, somebody wasn't practicing this week.
Speaking of Malachi, though, was Kane Womack trying to take him out of the game at one point? It seemed like you put in Bray Hubbard and then he wouldn't leave the field. How do you approach that situation?
I'm not sure. When was this?
At the very end, it seemed like you guys ran out Bray Hubbard to come into the field and then Malachi wouldn't leave.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he's not going to get another penalty. I mean, I think it was the penalty on him. I guess I was looking at something else, and so I actually thought it was someone up front that got the penalty. And so just as that communication, yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that's what was happening there.
How do you, I guess, like, if he is refusing to leave, is there a way that you approach that? Or?
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it if that's what was going on there.
All right, Colin.
You talk about time of possession in those moments. I'm curious about what kind of the message. It seems like something that's happened over the course of these past few games. You've seen moments of whether it's time of possession, whether it's those long drives, Vanderbilt don't break defense. Is that something that's you feel has been consistent and kind of just bubbled up under the pressure here against this offense?
Yeah, I think it's happened in different ways, right? It happened last week when there was that desperation for them to continue to go for it on fourth down. We were doing a good job on third down. This was a little different scenario. They just did a nice job on third down. I really don't feel like they would have probably been pressing as much, especially given the score, letting their defense go out there and do their thing. That's what they've done through the first games that they played, is played team football, played field position. I think they'd only gone for it 3 times, I think, all year going into today. So, we needed to get off the field on third down. And, again, there's things in all phases that we can do better. We need to take care of the football. We need to get off the field on third down. And so, we're going to own it as a team, and we're going to, keep moving forward.
That opening game sequence where, Kennesaw, where Vanderbilt went down the field and scored, punching in, touchdown, and then the very next drive, Alabama gets it. I think the second or third play, a ball gets batted in the air or tipped, and they get pick six to the end zone. That series of plays, and then I think they end up going up either 20-0 or 20-7. So that opening quarter really hurt Alabama, because Vanderbilt drove the ball. I mean, they drove it. They had to eat up at least 5 or 6 minutes off the clock, maybe more. And then you do a pick six, and they score again and put you down 14, 13-0, whatever it was. Yeah, it got worse. That situation got worse and worse and worse as the game progressed. And then Alabama tried to save it at the end, but too little, too late.
All right, last 2 questions. Wyatt on the left back.
Right before that last touchdown drive, you were talking with Jalen Miller during the timeout. What were you saying to him in that moment?
Are you talking about the one before we scored?
Yes, sir.
We go through 2-minute drill, every week, and I just keep reminding him of all the scenarios, and that was something I know he was asking a lot about this week when he and I were meeting. And I just reminded him that most 2-minute drills, it isn't about the clock, it's about running out of downs. And as much as he's going to want to push the ball down the field, and he needs to feel that he can do that because we were making plays and we were getting guys open, he needed to make sure he always understood the down and distance situation and continued to make sure we were getting first downs of 5 minutes to go or so. So it was about that and getting first downs and then leading to a score. And I thought he did a great job. I thought he managed it, got us down there. We got the 4th down. We scored a touchdown.
Finish up with Charlie, front right.
Were you at all surprised with what Vanderbilt did offensively? And regardless, how do you guys feel like you adjusted to what they did?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's their style. That's what they've been doing. They've been controlling it. They've been making it close. They're going to run the clock down. They're going to shorten the game. We knew that was going to be the case. We talked about it all week long, that's Coach Lee, and that's why all week I said he's done a great job of playing team football. And that's exactly what they did, I think, it come down to be assignment sound, and, they put you in isolated spots where one guy's got to get the ball carrier down, and, they're just slippery enough. especially when the quarterback, just being able to, make people miss. And he's a tough kid, and did a nice job when you got, kind of running to him. They threw just enough play action and wrinkles at you to get you on the other spots with the other skill that was around him. The fourth down was probably the tough one. The touchdown that they had, just I thought we had a guy there, and just throwing it up in the air and kind of spinning around. But that's what you do. It's fourth down. You throw it up when everything seems covered, and hats off to them. They made a play.
And yeah, man, people discount the power of pistol option, triple option, especially out of the pistol. And you have to be sound. You have to be disciplined, because you got fullbacks and running backs and tight ends, kick blocking and whamming and slamming and jamming all over this, crisscrossing, zagging. So you got to be disciplined, got to be sound. People don't realize how much the triple option, the read option, the pistol option creates a lot of one-on-one matchups for those ball carriers. And one thing I saw that Vanderbilt did was, when they did that pistol dive, when that dive guy, if that quarterback pulls it, that dive guy automatically becomes a blocker, and he looking to block somebody, and he did. And that the quarterback will fake it or pull it and get right behind him and run right behind him. So you got an extra blocker. It's difficult, man. Alabama should have been able to handle it with their personnel, but they didn't.